All right, y'all. It's another Welfare to Winning Wednesday, and I want to come on and talk about something again very personal that I'm sharing about my life and my journey to become debt free. Um, what I want to talk about today is something that is very real. It's survival mode. Now, I know I talk about survival mode a lot, right? But the reason I talk about it so much is because I've lived in survival mode my whole adult life. Always worried about bills, always worried about the next paycheck, always feeling or being behind. Um, so that's why I talk about it a lot because I'm working my way out of it. Um, it's like no matter how hard you work, you always feel stuck. But then I'm realizing something that survival mode isn't about money, it's about mindset. Yeah. So I say that because you're always worried about the next thing coming, the next bill that's coming, the next paycheck that's coming, what's due, how am I going to get through it? Oh no, I don't have enough. So that kind of thinking keeps you stuck in survival mode. So once I realized that it's about mindset, I started doing things differently. I stopped reacting to everything. It's kind of like whatever was coming my way, I'm just trying to handle it. I'm swinging at this and swinging at that. And the next thing you're swinging at, you know, whatever's coming. And that was just really keeping me stuck in an unwinnable situation. Is that a word? Maybe it is. I don't know. But I'll never get out of survival mode if I don't change the way I'm thinking. So I started to change my response to everything. I started being intentional even though I, even though I don't have a lot of money right now, I can still be intentional with my decisions. So I made time to build, not just survive. I started thinking if I put some energy into building my future rather than putting all of my energy into being in survival mode, that's how I can get out of survival mode. Give me a second. I don't know, I got this little scratchy thing. So, to be honest though, I'm not out of survival mode. I'm still there. I'm still living in the what ifs. But every time I think about what if, instead of thinking, what if I don't do X, Y, Z? I need to think, what if I do X, Y, Z? For instance, um, I've been contemplating whether or not I'm going to stick with my regular job as a caregiver because it's not it's it's not a lot of money. And I'll talk about that in another video. But I keep thinking, what if I don't have at least this regular paycheck coming in every 2 weeks? But then I had to think, what if I do something that replaces that paycheck? Instead of every 2 weeks, I can replace that paycheck and have money coming in every week. What can I do to change that situation, or change that mindset, or change that thought about being about the fear of not having that solid paycheck? Is that paycheck really beneficial? Is it contributing to me moving forward, or is it keeping me in survival mode? So I feel like you're just trying to make it from week to week or paycheck to paycheck. And so I have to tell myself, you need to think beyond that. Because what that's doing is keeping you in a repetitive cycle. And so I do have some things that I'm looking at, as far as being able to make that decision. Again, there's that survival thing, the survival mode, and then there's that mindset change. So if you feel like you're just trying to make it and you want to get out of survival mode, hear this from me. You're not stuck. You're in a season where little by little you can shift from survival mode to building something. Think about in your life, what is it that you can start to do a little at a time that will take you out of survival mode eventually and into builder mode, right? And so that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about, what my decision is going forward. Again, this is all just sharing my journey, living out loud, living my fears out loud, living my shame out loud, talking to people and helping them, helping you guys. If this is you, get the courage to come out of the shadow, get the courage to make these changes, to step forward and say, I'm not going to be in survival mode anymore. I'm going to win. Whether it's coming from a place of I've been on welfare, I am on welfare, or I'm living, I earn below the poverty level. I'm working, but I am not making enough money to cover my bills, to plan for the future. So that's why I'm doing this. It's me just chatting with a community of people and looking for um, those that are in the same mode. So look, if this video has um, touched you in any kind of way, if you're in this position, if this is you, like this video, comment, let me know, hit me with a comment, just a thumbs up in the comments, or I'm with you, or I feel you, or whatever. Just let me know. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. I'm focused in on doing this, and I'm hoping, to encourage people to do the same thing that I'm doing. Get out of that survival mode. So this is another Welfare to Winning Wednesday. I'll see you next Wednesday for another one. I'm dropping a video on Friday. Big announcement. Fridays, I got something for you. So look out for that. Okay? Thanks for joining me again, and have a great day.